God! I told you you'd never forget this game. You will never forget this game. We don't have to talk about how tough we are. We don't have to talk about how resilient we are. We live it, man. We've been living it. Where's our defense at? Offense, that's the way to step up, man. That's the way to step up. There you go, Skip. Keep throwing up, whatever you're doing up there. Freaking lay it up. And that's 4 in the division. All right, I got 2 game balls. All right. First one here, 6 receptions. I can't read this first one. I'm going to say 43 yards, 2 tugs. This first one since 2021. Jim Patrick.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you for embracing me. It's been a hell of a ride the past 2 years, and I wouldn't want to go on this ride with anybody else but y'all. Appreciate y'all boys.
Yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes win. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision that pay me, it's never to sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
Yeah. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome one, welcome all to the Lion Villain Report. It is Victory Friday. That is right. And I am Russell Wayne. I am your host. I will be with you for the next at least 1 hour talking Lions victory football 12-1. Hello. We are broadcasting live. We are broadcasting live into the Detroit Lions Villain Squad Facebook page. And I want to check it. I thought I saw something here. We're so close. We're so close. We're so close to 60,000. I have a graphic made so we can get to 60,000. We are less than 20 people away. Why don't you go over there? Why don't you follow the villain? Support the undrafted free agent of sports podcasting by liking, sharing, and commenting on this video right here, right now with your 12-1 Lions. We're broadcasting live into Detroit Lions News Podcast and Joe Chapp's Twitter. Thank you, Joe Chapp, for allowing us onto your platform, the JC Sports Network on YouTube. Thank you for allowing us to go there. And we're on YouTube at Lions Villain Squad. Right. You go to YouTube and you type in Lions Villain Squad, and that's what you can do, is you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thank you to everybody that is doing that. We are brought to you by NFL Shop. Right now, I want to go get me one of them jerseys. And I'm going to put a link into the comments. Don't use the one that's in YouTube. The one that goes into YouTube, that one you have to actually copy and paste. But the one on Facebook, follow our link to save up to 30% off of your order. Thank you to our affiliate marketing partners at NFL Shop. If you want to be a partner with the Villain Squad and you own a business and you live in Michigan and you're a Lion fan and you want to partner with the Villain Squad, get a hold of Main Event Mike at 810-620-2167. That's 620-2167. Find out how you can partner with the villain and be guilty by association. It's faith, family, and then football right here and right now. And we use football to spend time with our family and create those memories. We don't let football use us. And welcome to Victory Friday. Here we are. Yes, it's Victory Friday. The Lions win 34-31 at home over the Green Bay Packers. And I'm going to say hello to everybody in the comments as we're going through right here. Good morning to all of my Lion fans. Henry Gray, good morning. Good morning to Dwayne King. I love my little friends. Hello. Say hello to the bad guy. We are the bad guy. Davey, good morning. We do. We like that. Good morning to you, Fred. The best part of waking up is Packer fans' tears in my cup. I hope you like that. Was that a good version? Oh, David Knuckles, number 5. Tim Patrick is absolutely clutch. Look at that man. He made the cover. He made the cover of the Lion Villain Report. Good morning to Jay Smooth. Congratulations for being here on a day where you don't win. I actually appreciate that more than you know. Good morning, Davey. Good morning. And right there is the Lion Villain Squad YouTube page. I'm going to give you a second right there. Head on over to the YouTube page. We're trying to get to 1,000 over there. We've been building that one up. That one's going a lot slower than the Facebook page, which is almost at 60,000. I want to be able to put it up because I got a great one. I'll show it to you by the end. I got a special 60,000 meme that I'm going to throw up right here and right now. Or not right here and right now, but by the end of the show. I'll let you do that. It's a great morning, everyone. Paul Jones is in the house. He says the rumor has it that Skipper is still puking. I love it. Chad's up in the house. Maurice is up in the house. Oh, man, I love it. Kyle's up in the house. John's up in the house. It's a great Victory Friday. Good morning, Russell and the Villain Squad. Tyler. Yes, Joseph. Right into, I agree, Dwayne, in my 25 years of watching football and 15 years of really understanding the game, I have never seen fight like this from any team. I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Thank you for that comment. Good morning to John. Birchmeyer, go Lions. Okay. All right. I know that you can't hear the drops good, but you can hear them, right? My drops. I mean, I have them sitting right here. I got them going through here. Paul's going to help me fix this thing. And we're going to get better stuff. We are moving to Restream here within the next couple of weeks. And we're going to be making a couple little changes, getting in here for the little playoff push and try to make things even a little bit better for you guys that are watching us on a regular basis. And we appreciate, all of the everyday people in here, all of the people that come in here for the live version. We usually have 5,000 to 10,000 people that watch our broadcast every day. And it's very humbling and it's very cool for me to see that we built this up from nothing. And then here we are. And we definitely appreciate the live crowd, the one that's actually here where I get to talk to John. John can say something to me. We can have a conversation. I can have a conversation with Joseph. Bear Down Mike in here giving congratulations. Dude, that's how I can always spot real good fans. And Bear Down Mike, he's a Bear fan, but I can tell that he loves football. Because the thing is like even when my team was bad and I didn't have really anything to play for or like really be happy about. I would watch football because I enjoy football. I love good competition, and I love it even better when my team's involved in the scrum at the end of the year when it comes to playoff time. So I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate that more than you know. Bear down, Mike. Bender. Not only was this a thrilling game with an incredible ending, but our Lions won in a style and clinched a playoff berth while at it. Great work by the staff and team. Now, with that said, reading all the cheesehead meltdowns this morning, giving me more thrills. The winning is big. I love it. I love it because this is Packer. You want to see what Packer fans are doing right now? Good. Let the butthurt flow through you, Packer fans. Oh, good. Blame the referees. Good. Blame everything else except for the fact that our team is better than your team. We are better than you, Packer fans. We are a better team, Packer fans, and now we have proven it. So let the butthurt flow through you. Ooh, gosh, that's pretty scary right there. I mean, come on. We don't have to, I mean, this is a morning show. We don't have to be scaring people like that. Got I mean, I guess when you got the villain squad, I mean, all bets are off. All bets are off here. Detroit fan man's in the house. And then my very good friend, Scotty Reno. Good morning, Packer fans. And hey. Yep. The butthurt. Oh, I am so glad that I get to keep this meme. This meme gets to get locked. That people don't understand how important this win was to my podcast. Because, see, last year when the Lions lost on Thanksgiving, I had to retire this meme. I was like, holy crap, I can't even bring out the butthurt meme until the Lions win again. And then they won. And I was like, okay, that's cool. If we get swept or if unless we sweep them, I'm going to have to put this away again. But now, Packer fans. I don't even know when the next game is. The schedule hasn't come out, but that means I get to keep this meme on the front of my show for the entire rest of the season and the entire off season. I get to keep it. And every time one of you guys come on here and try to talk trash about how your team was good in the 60s. Oh, we were so good. Back in the 16, good. Yeah, I had to clean up horse shit on the way to the stadium, and then we rode our horses, and then they invented electricity, and then they had lights on, and we could play night games. Let the butthurt flow through you. Let it. There we go. John, Joseph, Chad. Nailed it. How about the players coming out in a few days to learn? Yeah, we were talking about that. We got these new players. Miles Adams, Jamal Adams, Quan Alexander, Jonah Williams, all of them making an impact on the team. And I told you about Jonah Williams. He got right in there, and he was making an impact more probably because of opportunity almost more than anything else. But I haven't even gotten through all these great comments yet. Balling out after 3 days of joining a team. It's awesome that we have the time to heal, to get the guys back before the Bills game. And I was talking about this the last couple of weeks in here, how this stretch, I was blessed enough to be able to go to Indianapolis and watch a game, drive there, drive back, close enough, And I was saying at the beginning of that 13-day, 3-game juggernaut marathon, gauntlet that we had to go through. Indianapolis on the road. The Chicago Bears, and the Bears are better than people say they are right now. This is a team that's still learning. They haven't learned how to win yet, but they got good players on that team. And then the Packers. And I knew that it was like, man, if we could get out and win two of these games, I would feel good. And we won all 3 of them. We won all 3 of these games. So that's crazy. That's crazy to me, to think that we could win all 3 of these games. And then we get to this mini bye. And this is what Dwayne is referring to. It's awesome that we have time to heal, to get guys back before the Bills game. Because now, because we played these 3 games in 13 days, now you get the extra days to rest. It's almost like a mini bye. They send all these guys home, let them heal up. We didn't have Decker out there. And I bet you they could have pushed some of these guys to get out there. I bet you DJ Reader could have pushed it to get out there. But the Lions have prided themselves on their depth and their ability to develop players. And just because they have a name, it don't mean that they need those guys to play every week. It's great to see that Aaron Glenn can just put these guys in there like that. And that was the first topic that I wanted to get to on there, which is the Lions continue to overcome these injuries. And I love the fact that we're going to heal and we're going to get back. But this isn't some chump team that we just beat here. This is the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers that were surging, the Green Bay Packers who hadn't lost a game since we beat them. Let that sink in. They played a whole bunch of other teams and a whole bunch of other, we don't give a crap who you played. You didn't play us. And once again, the cure to PTSOL, my friends, is winning. What is PTSOL? Well, it's a registered trademark name here at the Villain Report and the Villain Squad. All rights reserved. Please drink responsibly. PTSOL. Post-traumatic, same old Lions. And that doesn't even exist anymore because we're changing the definition. The new same old Lions. Same old Lions doesn't win anywhere. The definition just changes. What's the same old Lions? We sweep the Packers. Same old Lions. Get used to it. Just regular everyday stuff. Same old Lions. We sweep the Packers. The Minnesota. They haven't beaten us in almost 1,000 days. Same old Lions. I beat the Vikings. We're going to win this division again. Same old Lions. They just win the division every year. I don't ever want to get complacent like these Packer fans. Oh no, we don't count division wins anymore. We have so many of them. It's like, wow. I hope I never get that complacent to not appreciate the big wins. We've been losing long enough that I think that the Lion fan is the most appreciative fan that's out there. And there's asshole fans everywhere. So don't say Lions are unbearable. You can look at these chats that people are talking in after games are over, and it is clear that the Lions can handle winning just with their fan base. It's like you want to downplay all of our wins week after week after week after week, downplaying the wins over and over again. Lion fans are just like, look, we're happy to be here. We're not like, I don't think that we're arrogant at all. Not 11-1. I have to change this graphic too. For the first time in franchise history, we were 11-1. And continuing that trend, now they're 12-1. And Lions fans are like, yeah, okay, this is already better than I thought it could be. I had the Lions at 12 wins this year. I did not have them at 12 wins with 4 games left. But I don't want to get complacent in winning. But one thing that I am getting proven, I'm getting proven by the coaching and I'm getting proven by everybody that runs this team, is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's out there. That Aaron Glenn puts these guys in a position. They know how to get the best out of people. And 4 guys that came off the street and beat one of the best teams in the NFL. We're decimated. We're more injured. Packer fans want to cry to me and tell me, oh, we didn't have one Jair Alexander. It's like, we didn't have our whole defense. And we're not out here making excuses. Oh, what's your excuse going to be? Oh, yeah, you're going to hide behind the injury excuse. And what do? Like you said, you seen these chats, all of these crying in here? It's the greatest. It's the greatest crying days. Cheese melt for our midnight snack. Thank you, Chad. Steve says, congrats. Facts. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that more than you know. But we're going to gloat about it. Steve. I mean, especially, having a lot of those people come in here, not you, Steve, other Packer fans coming in here week after week after week, commenting on all of the posts that we're happy about our team, telling us that we're fool's gold and that, we'll never win because we've never won. And you don't have all these trophies. It's like, suck it. At this point, you got swept again. Good morning. The biggest nuts in the NFL, Dan Campbell. Dan the Gamble. See? What's up, Steve? I hope you're doing well, bud. I had to stop watching the game. It just was so nerve-wracking. I am impressed that they pulled it off. FTP, we know what that means. Forget the Packers. Danny, good morning, Russ. I saw an interview on Jordan Love talking smack on our defense, how we really didn't do anything to the Packers and that we are weakened. Oh, I'm just putting it out there. Going forward on 4th down on our own 30 was the dumbest thing I've seen. You punt the ball, and everybody knows that. Disagree. See, I can't subscribe to this. The Lions were 7 of 8 on 4th down. Okay? So if we're going to go in here, are we really doing this, Tyler? Are we really doing this? It wasn't the dumbest thing. It wasn't the dumbest thing. You have a depleted defense, and you want to control the football. You have a depleted defense, and you want to control the football, and you do it by running the football. You get that 4th down and 1, and you are controlling the football. That's what they were trying to do. They told everybody that beforehand. It's not the dumbest thing in the world. We got to stop doing this. Every single time that they don't get it on 4th down. We have an aggressive coach. I'm not going to sit up here and it's like, I don't like it when they don't get it on 4th down either. I don't like it. I get just as mad. But I'm not going to question the coaching every single time the things don't go my way. Because it worked 7 times. It worked 7 times that we have an aggressive coach that believes in his offense, and his team likes the fact that they believe in each other. And guess what? They won the game. They won the game. It got into a barn burner. They took the control away. So was it smart for them to go for it with 40 seconds left? Was it smart? Was that smart? Is that the dumbest thing I've ever seen? Was it smart for them to go for it on 4th down, on 4th and goal instead of taking the points? Was that the dumbest thing that you ever seen? Guess what? You needed all of that aggressiveness. You needed it. You needed it. And every once in a while, when you're aggressive, you get caught in a bad situation. Hey, live by the sword, die by the sword. And guess what? They didn't die by the sword. They won a game. Well, you never win games like that. Yeah, you can. You just did. I was wrong about Reed having another good game against us. He was hardly targeted at all yesterday. Instead, they targeted Watson all game. And honestly, they got us on a couple of those plays. And the thing is that's what you do. Nobody had a good game. Christian Watson had one big catch for like 60 yards. And they gave up the one big play. And outside of that, they were pedestrian. You know, you take the one big catch away. So let's take a look at that, you know. And look at that. So looking at this overview, total yards, 298 for the Packers, 391 for the Lions. Check mark. So you can't take any moral victories out of that. Oh, but we outgained you. Shut up. You lost again. Oh, 4th down efficiency was 4 for 5. That 7 for 8 might have been the 2 games combined. But that's amazing to me. 3rd down efficiency, 7 for 15. 1 for 5 on 3rd down. Lions continue to be a very good 3rd down defense. You know, bend but don't break. Asshole fans, LOL LaFleur got into a fight with an asshole Lion fan before the game. Okay. Yeah. That one freaked out. That one freaked me out when he did that in our territory. Hey, I had them at 14-3 in the preseason. Yeah, I had them at 12. I had them at 12. Oh man, you guys are killing me with these comments. Good, in a good way. Harpozo, what is up? Chad says the defense was tired. Keep it in the offense's hand. Hey, that's the main thing that you really got to look at right here is, you know, you can't going back and micromanaging the game after the fact doesn't. I don't get when people do that, because the game has an ebb and flow, and you know you can't go back and, you know, correct a race. You know, when you're riding in a car, you know, you can't go back and correct that, take that corner again, you know, when you're going around in that circle. You just have to, you have to drive with what you're seeing right now, and you deal situational football. That's all football is situational football. You have to play with the situations that you're put in. Ball Jones, 18 guys on injured reserve. 13 of them are starters. We are deep. We are proving that we are deep right there. Rushing yards, 99 for the Green Bay Packers, 111 for us. We held another team under 100 yards. 6.6 yards per play, but you see, you take that away when you get out to a lead. I mean, that's what happens. Oh, we could have ran all. I don't know why they stopped then. They stopped running because they were losing and they needed to catch up. That's what happens when you're playing from behind. That's playing Lions football is what that is. 17 first downs for them, 27 first downs for us. 1 for 3 on third down for the Packers. 45 total plays. Time of possession, Lions dominated that. And that's a good plan. You know, when your defense isn't playing good, you want to put it into your offense's hand, and they played magnificently. That's how you got to play that. I mean, when you're at a talent deficit, then that's the way that you got to play it. You know, Green Bay was healthier. They had more talented guys on their healthy part of their roster than the Lions did. So the Lions had to outsmart them and play them differently. And we'll get some of those guys back. We have to be happy about it. Steve is a stud. Yeah, Fred, bro, it's all good. Season isn't over. Oh, we're 9-4 and the playoff is coming. And hey, if we see each other in the playoffs, we can beat you in the playoffs. And yes, it can happen. It can't happen because you're a good team. We're a great team. That's why we get the gloat. We get to gloat. We get the gloat. Packer fans gloat when they lose. I mean, I'm sure that they're talking about their trophies somewhere right now. And it's like, okay, that's cool. You have a history. We don't get to talk about our history. We have to live it. We have to live. This is going to be the best era of Lions football. And I don't even know if it's good enough to win championships yet. You know? We got to win that Super Bowl. That's the ultimate shut up. Central Scrutinizer, by far been the best win of the season for MCDC and the whole team. LaFleur didn't want to swim in the deep water playing to tie the game. And that's it. We play to win. We don't play to tie. Packers scored on a short field. Not sure what you're talking about. Lions played to win. Oh man, we got butt hurt people. Where's Hoffa at? Yeah, where's Hoffa? Where's Hoffa? Where's most of us? This is why we gotta lift up our Packer and brethren. You know, the ones that showed up after the loss. Now, I'm not going to allow them to talk any kind of trash. I mean, you could admit that you're an inferior team because once again, it has happened. Dan Campbell owns the Green Bay Packers. Officially owns the Green Bay Packers. I mean, when it gets to be like that, you know, you have to admit that. You know, I'm a Buckeye fan, right? But I have to admit that the Michigan Wolverines own my sorry university right now. And it doesn't even matter what my sorry university's record is. That psychologically or whatever it is, it's there. It's there. It's the same thing that the Packers had over the Lions when Aaron Rodgers was there. Because Jordan Love is pretty good, but he's no Aaron Rodgers. He's not as good as Aaron Rodgers was when Aaron Rodgers was really, really good. I know that they all want to say that's what he is, but he isn't that. He isn't that good. I mean, he showed that you don't go 3 for 8 in the first half. You know, I mean, Goff's had some bad halves before, but not to the point where they took all of the play calling away from him and they couldn't get anything going on that. That's just not good. Like you would never see that out of Aaron Rodgers. It's just a different feel now. And Dan Campbell now owns Matt LaFleur. He's got the recipe, he knows how he coaches or whatever it is. But when it gets down to the end of the game, I mean, Dan Campbell's right up there with management. So the Packers fans are online, shows what you're talking about. You hung against our 5th string D and backup left tackle. You guys are not close. It's grit. It's the same thing. It was a great game. I'm glad that we kept up with y'all. I was yelling at my phone while I was at work. Packers have a good team, just not Lions good. And I can agree with that. Because we can go back to this right here. Let me go find that. Because I do believe this. This is the best division in football, but the Lions are the best team in the best division. I mean, I don't know what else we have to do. Do you want us to beat you with one arm tied behind our back? I mean, we tried doing that. Our entire day. I mean, Aleem McNeil went out. So we were going with Broderick Martin, which I have no problem with. He's a depth piece that I want to see get playing time. And Jonah Williams and I mean, whoever else they could put out there, Pat O'Connor. And we still beat you? What do you think's going to happen when Hutchinson's in there? What do you think's going to happen when we get Anzalone and Barnes back? And then we're running with, Z Smith, Zadarius Smith, Aiden Hutchinson, DJ Reader, Lee McNeil in the middle, with all of these guys that just beat you, by the way. The backups can beat you. So, it is possible, Steve. I know that you said it's possible that you could get to the playoffs and that you could beat us in the playoffs. But, our team's going to get better. As we get healthier, these guys aren't going to be injured forever. We're getting some of these guys back. We might get Hutchinson back in the playoffs. I don't know. This game was a hard-fought game, and the better team won. Yep. The Packers are having a hard time coming to the realization that the Lions are just a better team. So let's get back in there and looking at some of this stuff and the player stats. Jordan Love was 12 for 20 for 206 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. But he was really struggling the entire time. They didn't really do much with him in the first. Josh Jacobs with a paltry 18 carries for 66 yards. He had the 3 touchdowns. They did have 3 rushing touchdowns. But that's not the superhero Josh Jacobs that everybody thought we were getting. Jordan Love had 4 carries for 23 yards, and he had a couple good runs in there. Emmanuel Wilson had 1 carry. Chris Brooks had 1 carry. Christian Watson was the best receiver at 4 carries for 114 yards, but 60 of them were on 1 play. So they did get us once on that. Dontavian Wicks, 4 for 49. Tucker Kraft, after talking all of that crap, has 3 catches for 41 yards. Jaden Reed. Did someone say that he's better than Amon-Ra St. Brown? Are you kidding me? Jaden Reed is not even in the same ballpark. Defensively, let's look at these. Let's look at the Lions. Jared Goff, 41 passes. That's a lot of passes. He was 32 for 41 for 283. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. So good game by Jared Goff. Gets it done when it matters. David Montgomery, 14 carries for 51 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 carries, 43 yards. I mean, if I'm going to give the Packers credit, I mean, they were pretty good against our run. They forced the ball into Jared Goff's hands. And Jared Goff proved why he's an MVP candidate. Because that's the trick bag that all defenses are going to be into. I mean, what do you got to do to try to stop the Lions? Well, you got to stop the run. Okay, you stop the run. Now you got to deal with Jared Goff in the passing attack. And look at how that is distributed. Look at that distribution. This is really cool. 5 catches for 80 yards for Jameson Williams. 5 catches for 54 yards for Sam Laporta. 6 catches for 43 yards for Tim Patrick. 5 catches for 43 yards for Amon-Ra St. Brown. 5 catches for 33 yards for David Montgomery. And 6 catches for 30 yards for Jahmyr Gibbs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 receivers with 5+ catches. You can't stop that. So you can't stop that. You can't stop that. So Jacobs did better than both Sonic and Knuckles. No, he didn't. Not really. What you see, the thing is I can't help that your team is set up that you didn't do better than Sonic and Knuckles. 18 carries for 66 yards and the 1 carry for 7 yards. That's 19 carries for 72 yards. And the Lions had 29 carries for 94 yards. Yeah, you add 1 yard carry on the ground. It's the ground attack. I mean, are you trying to win end of season rewards right there? I mean, 18 carries. I mean, maybe you needed to run the ball more. I don't know. I mean, he had touchdowns. That's the thing. Is Josh Jacobs a better running back than Jahmyr Gibbs? I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that Josh Jacobs is better than Jahmyr Gibbs because he has more yards? Because when you really look at that, Jahmyr Gibbs averages almost 2 more yards a carry than Josh Jacobs. David Montgomery averages more yards a carry than Josh. David Montgomery is a better comparison to Josh Jacobs. But I'm not going to take anything away from Josh Jacobs, though. Because the way I see it is 2 juggernaut teams went at it last night. And the better team won. The Lions now own the Packers. And they had owned the Packers, but 6-1, in the last 7. That's pretty good ownership. That's as much. It's not as much of an ownership as you have over the Bears. Okay, I'll give you that. Jay Smooth, you guys own the Bears like no others. We're heading that way with the Minnesota Vikings because I think we won 5 straight against the Vikings. But I'm not going to take anything away from Jacobs. But I'm certainly not going to concede that Jacobs is better than Montgomery or Jahmyr Gibbs. I wouldn't concede either one. I think that they're there. I mean, when you're talking about the best running backs in the NFL, you know, you got McCaffrey and obviously Derrick Henry. But in that next tier, Josh Jacobs is in that tier. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery are in that next tier. I'm not Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry, they're on a different level right now. But Lions have the best duo of running backs in the NFL. And if you want to debate that, you can talk to a wall. Good morning, villains. We're going through this box score right here, and I love this box score right here, especially this part right here. This is the part that makes me believe that the Lions offense is unstoppable, because the Green Bay Packers actually did everything that they could do. What do? Well, you got to contain the run. You can't stop our run, but you can slow it down a little bit. 3.6 yards a carry, 2.9 yards a carry. That's one of the better defensive performances against our run. So you force Jared Goff to throw more than 40 passes. That's the first thing you got to do, right? But this middle stat right there with those 6 wide receivers with more than 5 catches tells me that the offense is unstoppable, because it was evenly distributed and they're going to get their guys open, and Jared Goff is going to find them. And our offensive line is good enough to block and give Jared Goff enough time to do that. And Tim Patrick might have been the missing piece. Josh Reynolds was in that role last year, but Tim Patrick is on a different level with that. Definitely on a different level. Well, it's Victory Friday right there. The Lions get a big victory at home, 34-31. It's the Lion Villain Report. It's I, Russell Wayne, right here, bringing you in live every day on our Facebook page at Lions Villain Squad. And I'm checking out my the follows in there. No, we're not getting any new ones from. So we have about 16 people, but I am going to do as promised. I wanted to say thank you to all of the people who have been following the Villain Squad with 60,000 followers. That's good. They beat the Packers, and I was happy to see them win. And the ladies' man had some of the extracurricular activities going on at my apartment. So I just got to see the end of the game, but we were celebrating in our own way. And what is a Packer exactly? What is a Packer exactly? It reminds me of one of them oil changes. And I saw that for the first time with an offensive lineman. He stuck his thumb in a person's behind. That's disgusting. And I think that you should go see a doctor, and you should get that thumb checked out for an STD. But 60,000 is something that should be acknowledged, and that's what we're doing. Thank you for following the Lions Villain Squad Facebook page. From the ladies' man, I'm out of here. There you go. Ladies' man making an appearance. I love it. The ladies' man was in the house. Wow. Mark G says that I think that I see us targeting Patrick a little more now. The rest of the season seems as teams concentrate on stopping our other weapons. But look at that, though, Mark. Jameson Williams with 5. Laporta with 5. Patrick with 5. Amon-Ra with 5. David Montgomery with 5. Jahmyr Gibbs with 6. And that's the other thing. You know, Jay Smooth says that he's better. That in receiving. And where I'm looking at the receiving, you got Christian Watson, right? You got Wicks, you got Tucker Kraft, you got Ben Sims with a catch. You got Jaden Reed even showed up on the stat line, and even though he didn't do anything. But where's Josh Jacobs? Where's Josh Jacobs? I mean, I'm looking for him on there. I mean, he didn't have any receiving yards. Well, there's David Montgomery with 5 catches for 33 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs with 6 catches for 30 yards. That's another 60 yards worth of offense. But we're going to try to say Josh Jacobs is better. I don't know. I think that we got some pretty good running backs here in Detroit. Lions play the most selfless ball that I've ever seen. They are the best team ever. This game had L written all over it, and we won. Outstanding. I don't understand that at all. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Woo! We had some of those guys out there. What did Matt LaFleur have to say after the game? I don't know. It's not spelled right. LaFleur. Steve said, it was a great game down to the wire, and I know Tussle the Russell with no muscles was sweating last night profusely. He was drenched with sweat and scare. And you weren't? Were you calm and cool and collected the whole time, Steve? It was a good game. It was a good game, but this goes back to the thing that we were talking about earlier this week. And that is, I got to find it. The big time players making big plays in the biggest moments. And the game was an excellent kung fu match. You know, most of the game, 94% of the game, I'm making this up off the top of my head. 94% of the game is like a 1970s kung fu movie. You remember those? And the younger people, you could probably find this on YouTube somewhere. But, you know, somebody messed with the cook, and the cook comes out, and all of a sudden they get into this, so you dishonor me, my family, and the Shaolin Temple. Now we must prove whose kung fu is better. Dodge, parry, thrust. And 94% of the game's like that. But 6%, that 6% is the high intense plays, the clutch plays. The clutch, and you have to have that clutch gene, right? The high intense play. My blood pressure was going, and I'm glad I wasn't out there, Steve, because I might have had a heart attack if I was out there in that game. But when you have the clutch genes, that's where the big players, the big time players, are going to make the big plays in the biggest moment. And the Lions are showing that in that moment, our team is better than yours. But our team is better than all the teams. I would take my 11, whatever 11 that they're going to put out there, to have the grit and determination to win the 6%. You know, 5-6 plays, 4-5 plays that really show what it was. And what was it? What were those plays? Well, 4th and goal at the end of the half. That's pretty big. Another 4th and goal to score another touchdown. That's just a battle of wills. That's a battle of wills. You will not stop us. And that's why 7 of 8. And there was once that you did. And it left us in a bad spot. But the Lions thrive to put people into a spot where they got to show this clutch gene. We have special guys in these moments that step up. You can count on that person to make the catch, to get open, to get away with a push off, to do whatever you got to do to win. In those moments. And big time players make big plays in the biggest moments. And you know what happened yesterday? The biggest play of the game on that 4th down in inches with 40 seconds left. Jared Goff falls down. But you know what? He ran to the right side. Frank Ragnow, Kevin Zeitler, Penei Sewell. And in the biggest moment, those guys opened up the hole for the biggest play of the game. Because when you think about that, Steve, when you think about that, anybody that wants to criticize the win, anything that happened before that, everything led up to that moment. And on the biggest moment, in the unsexiest moment, you know who made the biggest play? The center, the right guard, the right tackle. They moved some people out of the way, and David Montgomery took a handoff from a quarterback that fell down. That fell down on the biggest play of the game. And he made a play. I mean, I want to give that credit to David Montgomery for picking that up, but no. That was my right tackle, my right guard, and my center that showed up. That's the clutch gene. That's the big-time player making a big play in a big moment. And it deserves to be acknowledged, Now you got this NFC North War Games thing, and this has been happening. And we're about ready to lose some of the people from the NFC North, the huddle. Thank you to Bill the Packer fan, Mike the Bear fan, and all the guys over at the Huddle Sports Network for allowing us to broadcast on their program. And we lose them at 11 o'clock because they start Mike or Ken and Ken in the morning. So God bless you guys. That doesn't mean that we're done, but I just wanted to acknowledge that they were there. But this is the War Games. This is the War Games. So the Lions are 1-0 down the stretch here. Oh, and by the way, Packer fan, shut up about we win all of our games in December. So that's over. So you can stop talking about that. That streak has been broken. But we are doing the War Games for the rest of the season. So let's look at that now. Now that the Lions have won, the Vikings, you got kind of a gauntlet yourself. And this is what I was talking about. It's like the toughest division in football has ruthless schedules going down the stretch here. Now, the Packers actually had the easiest schedule of the 3 teams that were vying for the division lead. We pretty much knocked them out of the division. They're not going to win the division. The Packers aren't going to win the division. But the Packers can certainly make the playoffs. But they got the Seahawks, who are leading their division. They got to go. Is that Packers Vikings game like not the biggest freaking game? And then the Bears are pissed off, man. I think the Bears are going to surge by the end of the season. They got what's his name out of there? Eberlus. And I think that Bears game is going to be hard for all three of these guys in the North again. The Packers can, act like they own the Bears, but the Bears made a pretty big statement against you guys. I kept on thinking at the end of the game, like, is Bates going to miss a 31-yard field goal? Yes, Steve, I was sweating. You want to hear it? You want to break me down? You want to break me down, Steve? You want to call me out? You want to call me out for sweating? I was sweating, Steve. I was drenched with sweat and scare. But I tell you what, if Coach Campbell asked me to go in there and play a D end, I would have. When did I talk about receiving? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not having an argument with you. I'm just pointing out facts. You said that you had a better running back. And I showed you reasons why you don't have a better running back. So I don't care if you're not going to talk. If you want to completely take away an aspect of the game to make yourself feel better that you have a better running back, then more power to you. But, call me a homer. I'll call you a homer for making that call. I mean, you want to say a running back is better than my running back when they have the same amount of yards, but mine did it with 50 less carries? And you don't have to talk about receiving. I'm going to talk about receiving. 5 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown. Receiving. Once again, Sonic and Knuckles scoring TDs. But like I said, I'm not going to take anything away from Josh Jacobs. I think him and David Montgomery are very similar. I think they run very similar, but Montgomery's a better receiver. So I don't think he's better than either one of my running backs. I get it, Steve, but Russ also takes lumps when we lose. I remember Friday, Thanksgiving very well. I do. I admit it. I give credit where credit is due. And this is a division game. And this is something, I got into this podcasting game through a Bill the Packer fan, where sometimes, and we're good friends. I love Bill the Packer fan. But sometimes I think that he got me into the podcasting thing because in the beginning, in 2020 and 2021, I swear he just had me around so he could have somebody on his show that he could make fun of. And Fred, I appreciate you telling me to take lumps, but most of you that didn't watch my show, because nobody watched my show in the beginning, when we were 3-13-1, nobody watched it. Those were the weeks I was taking lumps when we were doing NFC North open mics. And I had to go in there as the Lion fan that had the 3-13-1 team with the coach that bite kneecaps. So yeah, this has been a long time coming. Still confused on why Lion fans get so nervous, and as soon as we're not winning and panicking, they stop. And we are not the old Lion team guys. Yeah, we're not. Lions versus Bills will be the game of the season. So far, the NFL should be a knockout, drag-out fight. What a good game that's going to be. I'll be rooting for the Buffalo Bills this weekend because I don't want no excuses. I want this to be the best team, the best version of the Bills that we can get. You know, this is big time matchup. I want to see how we measure up. LaFleur was pissed about the Lion fan before the game. Okay. The game last night was equivalent to a double WWE WrestleMania main event. I can stop them. Oh, Steve. Will be indeed, but not my house. Okay. Let's see what else. Let me see. I'm always on the. Adam says that I'm always on the edge, whether we are winning or losing. I'm exciting in all the moments. 43 years with my squad. It's like, I don't think Lion fan has ever had this type of confidence. And it comes down to that clutch gene. I think so. I think that that's the most important attribute that you can have. You know, getting it done in clutch time. You know, Tim Patrick catching touchdown passes on 4th down. That's clutch. You can't teach that. You can't teach that. Brad Holmes being able to find talent in a pinch and be able to bring in guys that can contribute and fill a role. They weren't perfect. Holy crap. There were some mistakes were made. But I think a healthy Lions team will smash this Packers team for forever. I mean, you're not gonna catch an ascending team that has got its whole team signed. You're gonna have to change players. We won't have to change players. We got this team built and the depth. So when it comes down to it. Can you guys hear me? I don't know why this isn't playing. My background music isn't working. But it's the depth. Football is wrestling. It's all scripted. Just ask Tom Grossi. That's a classic cop out. You can hear it, but I can't hear it. Why can't I hear it? That's weird. You can hear the music, huh? Weird. Okay. Oh. Okay, everybody can hear it. Well, and you guys can hear me. This is so weird. I definitely need a new setup. So, anybody that uses our NFL shop logo, NFL shop link, just know that you're going to help me. I'm going to upgrade this stuff here over the next few weeks. And I appreciate everybody that uses our football links. That drives me crazy. Why can't I hear that? That's gonna drive me crazy. They get turned off. That sucks. All right. Anyway, this is the Lion Villain Report. I am your host, Russell Wayne. I'm here every Monday through Saturday. I'll be back here again tomorrow, and it's going to be PFF Saturday. I'm going to get into the PFF scores tomorrow. I got to process this game. I'm going to watch the replay with my eye, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on that PFF Saturday, special Saturday edition at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And I want, and the ladies' man would like to thank everybody for following the Villain Squad, because whenever I have the Lions game on at my apartment and I have company over for some extracurricular activities, that the Lions game seems to be assisting me very well. So there's that. So thank you, everybody, for helping us get to 60,000 followers that we will cross over today. And because we're the undrafted free agent of sports podcasting. Support. If you want to support us, you can do it by simply liking or sharing or commenting on this video. You know, pick a fight with somebody in the comments and don't cuss at them. Thank you to the Detroit Lions News Podcast and Joe Chap and the JC Sports Network on YouTube for allowing us to broadcast into your spots. Thank you to the Villain Squad YouTube at Lions Villain Squad. You can go over there, subscribe to that. It's faith, family, and then football. We use football to spend time with our family and create memories. We don't let football use us. And I'm going to take off, guys. I love spending time with you. Thank you to my live crowd. Thank you to everybody on the replay. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, everybody, for participating. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. God bless.
Hey, yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, candles open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lies to sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes win. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose when I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we winning it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision and pay me, it's never this way. We indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, this your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, this your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, this your opportunity, your opportunity.